Alright, guys, so let's talk about how sponsorship sites are screwing you over. So, when many riders are in need of sponsorship, they flee to sponsorship sites. Now, I'm not going to say any names, but the majority of you know what sites I'm talking about. With that being said, sponsorship sites usually aren't much help. That 10, 20, 30, 40, even 50% off won't do you much good. Now, here's why. Because sponsors on sponsorship sites usually mark up their products to counter these discounts. Now, why do they do this? Simple, so they make more money, while they still get the benefits of riders believing they are sponsored. You'll see them either mark up the retail price of the item or them mark up the tax and shipping rates. Yeah, they can do that. So next time you see it say $20 for tax and shipping on a $20 item, you'll know why. For this simple reason, you can usually get stuff at your local shop for cheaper. Now, don't get this twisted. I'm not saying that there are no good deals on sponsorship sites. What I'm saying is some of these companies try to trick you on them. So you just got to be careful. Sponsorship sites can save you a decent amount of money, but you likely won't get that sponsorship that you've dreamed of just by signing up to one and applying to a company. You'll have a lot of trouble getting these massive discounts or free stuff on sponsorship sites. Now, I'm not saying you can't, but really the only way, or not the only way, but probably the only way it's likely to happen is if your name is already iconic or if you're already well known. Okay, think about it this way. 99% of these riders and racers will go on these sponsorship sites and just sign up for a sponsorship. They won't do anything. They'll just build up their resume or whatever and then just apply. Companies will give almost anyone these 10, 20, 30, 40% off deals. Don't believe me, try it. They will. You likely won't get the free stuff every month. You likely won't get invited to these private ride days. You likely won't get to be in their catalogs or photo shoots. Okay, so now ask yourself this. Why on earth do you think that if you do what these 99% of riders do, that you're going to get anything different than what 99% of riders get? Sponsorship sites are a way for companies to make more sales, okay? Like it or not, that's just the harsh reality, and some people may get mad at that. But there's keys to sponsorship, and we go over that in the program. But too many people think that they're entitled to that real sponsorship, that real big money sponsorship where they're getting all this kinds of free stuff every month. And they think that they're entitled to this by just being, the average rider and not really doing anything else. To get what the 1% have, you have to do what the 1% does, at least partially. Okay? If every rider got free stuff, the moto industry would just wither away. It wouldn't work. That's not how the world works. We can't just give everything away for free. Okay? So once you get out of this entitlement mentality, only then can you start getting, that real big sponsorship. Companies just can't give away free stuff. So, you should really just stop asking. It annoys them. It really does. So, and I know I said just like right now that people think that they're entitled to get a sponsorship for just being the average rider. Well, you don't have to be the fastest rider out there. You could be super slow, but you have to leverage other areas, okay? You have to be extraordinary in other departments. And we teach just that in MX Sponsorship Secrets. Now, many think that companies are going to be mad at me for exposing them. And, some will. The ones that are kind of screwing you over on sponsorship sites, they probably will be mad at me for this. Not going to lie. But I'll talk about that more in the next video. So just make sure to click the button down below, subscribe. Maybe I'll put on this video, whatever. And until next time, guys. See ya.